Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are looking at Transformers Cybertron. What's his name? Ransak. Forgot his name for a second. And yes, he is awesome. I love this figure. I got this figure a couple of days ago and I love him. Just the simplicity and actually how solid the toy feels. It really brings me back to my childhood with a couple of the other Cybertron toys that I have. Ironically, he's my only Decepticon. I have the runt of the litter in terms of Decepticons. That is one problem I have with this guy, is just his stability is a little off. But, you know what, aside from that, he is an awesome figure to just kind of mess around with. So for articulation wise, his head is on a mushroom peg, so you can just get a really good swivel. Arms are also on swivel pegs. You can get them about that far going back, and then about that far going forward. And then the shoulders themselves are on hinge joints, so they can just go straight out. And he can do a good old-fashioned socket Magnus. Elbows, thighs, and knees are all on ball joints. So you get very good range of motion out of the rest of the extremities. And then you also have these adorable little heels here for if he's feeling fancy, he can now walk around with high heels. And ironically, these help a lot better than the other one, or than having them this way. Alright, so for deco wise, you have him cast mainly in black plastic, with white plastic being used for the rest of the extremities, this shoulder, or the neck plate here. That's all cast in white. The rest of the joints here, and here, and even actually the thighs themselves are also cast in white, and yet they painted it black here to make it match. So that's actually really cool. I kind of miss those days. Nowadays, I'm pretty sure they just would have left it white. You also have right here for the rest of the gearing detail here, which I'll get into more in vehicle mode, for the leg accessories. And then you also have this very nice kind of metallic blue here on the legs, and also right here on the arm and on the chest as well. His eyes are done in a white, and then you just have some green here on the sides of his helmet. And yeah. And then you also have, as Cybertron, Velocitron characters do, the boys got the spinny wheels that be in the light green of the plastics that can also rotate around, and you have no idea how much fun it is to do this. I kind of wish you could get in the show where you twirl it around for a minute and then it just locks into place. I always loved that detail when he was transforming. It's great. Now, for the comparison... Oh, wait, hold up. Before we do the comparison, here, we have this block of randomness that he can hold like this for some reason. I do not know why he holds it, but for some reason he does. Now, this is a Cybertron toy. Cybertron toys had a gimmick. That gimmick was cyber key power. And it even comes with an adorable little code here on the back in the American versions, or the Western versions. In Japan, these things were called force chips, and they didn't have the code at the back. Yeah. So this is the Velocitron, or the Speed Planet, whatever key you want to call this. This is what we got. You have some dials here and here, and then you have the Velocitron's insignia right here in the dang center, all covered up in this really nice chrome. And then the key itself is just, you know, clear plastic. Nothing special, but it is awesome nonetheless. So, we take the unknown block of unknowingness. He holds it high to the sky because he's in an anime. He is in an anime, and that's what you do. He yells out, "Cyber key power." We take the key. He loads it up. You put it into this part right here. And we get flippy out missiles. Well, I wish we got flippy outy missiles. No, we get flippy outy guns. How this helps in a race, I do not know. However, for fighting people, it works great. So now he has a weapon to go pew pew bang bang. However, his arm cannot hold up the full fury of the weapon of mass destruction. But yeah, and that's really cool. I always love these. When I was a kid, I loved the Cyber Planet key so much that I bought this guy mainly for the Cyber Planet key because I love these things so much. So we will put the key off to the side. We'll also take out the gun here because we really don't need it. And we will just kind of stand you up here. Dude, stand up. I mainly have this guy in vehicle mode because his ability to stand is terrible. It's a wonder he was able to survive the final fight during the Unicron trilogy. So, now it is time for the only two comparisons that really matter. Here he is with the leader of Speed Planet, Override. And here he is with RC, Prime Universe, for one reason in particular. Him, body type. Do you see what I am getting at here? The legs even have the same style. Aside from the fact that he likes to fall over. And look at the way that the back is set up. Like, seriously, guys, come on. Damn it. I want a friggin' oh my god, I'm blanking on the name. Ransak. I want a Ransak done from this mold. We could get so much, like, it would be so cool to have, like, Ransak be a part of, you know, and it even makes sense too, because, like, the height difference is the same, essentially. Like, I think he may have been a wee bit shorter, but I mean, hell, a new deluxe class figure of Ransak would be so friggin' cool. I would love it. It would be amazing, and plus, it'd be really nice to have two Cybertron characters from the same planet, aside from, you know, Cybertron, Optimus, and Override. So I am hoping beyond hope that possibly we will be getting one of these guys. But that is that. So let's get him down into vehicle mode, and we'll talk about him more there. So first thing you're going to want to do, open up the arms like so, and make sure that they're essentially aligned like this. So they kind of make like a really nice wing shape. Then rotate them around, flip up the chest and the hood, make sure that all clicks into place, and collapse in the arms. Next thing, push in the heels, move the legs up at the hips here, and then just connect the knee pads here into these into the slots here on the elbows. Connect here and connect here. Next, to finish it all up, bring back in the weapon, and then you have two hooks here on the gun itself. These are two little hooks here, And you want to hook them into the feet themselves, like so. And then you want to be a little bit careful here, just because it clicks over top of the heel or the arms here. So you do have a wee bit of plastic rubbing up against the gold here. So you just got to be a wee bit careful. Next, fold out the wheels here to create the nice back tires. And then you want to rotate the wheel out. And here we have him in vehicle mode. And it up you. This is a very nice motorcycle mode. I love the design for this guy. I love it. It is so alien, Cybertronian, whatever the hell. It's just terrible. It's standing upright. You can just tell that this thing was designed to go fast and not much else. I mean, you get a wee bit of steering action, I guess, out of the way the way that the wheel transforms, and that's really cool. Pretty much the exact same detail going throughout the vehicle mode, except the blue is a wee bit more pronounced here at the. I guess the legs form like the radiator or the main engine body here, and then you have the gas tank here, base hood. Cool little feature is that the chest now becomes the windscreen, and then you also have these two headlights here that are just done in the same green plastic. The wheels again are done in, green, translucent green, like every Speedia character. Something I really love is the fact that you get this really cool 0G wheel here at the front. And I've always loved that design for vehicles. I don't know why, but whenever I see a sci-fi car that has wheels like these, I'm just like, I love it. I want it. Give me that car. And yeah. So there is actually another cool thing that you can do that I have done a couple of times just as a joke. So I like to joke that this guy is a quad changer for two reasons. One, you can now turn him into a trike. Gives him a wee bit more base and a little bit more offensive capabilities here, because the you can just imagine these as spikes, or bring them out like so. Flip out the wheel. Insert the cyber key, because the cyber key can still work here. Come on. There we go. And now you have a flight mode. So now Ransak can soar through the skies of Velocitron, just shouting insults at people. And yeah, I like it. Like, it's obviously not like, he's not actually a quad changer. Obviously, literally all you're doing is just moving the wheels back and forth. And these are obviously all just, jokey fan modes and stuff. But I get a kick out of it. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, so here he is with the Queen of Speed herself, Velocitron. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Velocitron? No, friggin' Override. My god, I'm terrible at my job. Ugh. Sometimes I wonder how you guys watch me. Sometimes. Other times I know it's because I'm a delight. And here he is with an Earth-based motorcycle. And again, like, look at the way that, like, come on. Guys, at Hasbro, if you, for some reason, are watching this, like, give us a Ransak in this mode, at least. The color green or red or something. Give it. Please, I want one. I want it. Please. But yeah, so actually something I didn't show off originally that I wanted to, when I did Override herself, is you can also put the key in here. So she can now also drive around with a cyber key. It doesn't do anything in this mode, nor does it like do anything really at all. The original Override's toy, the key would unlock the springs to the gun itself. So it would go in and the guns would flip out. And it would essentially just kind of look like this. And yeah. And I love the fact that they thought, hey, there are kids, or there are people here who still have their cyber keys. Hey, we're doing a Cybertron character. Let's put the key in. Let's make a mold here so that we can put the key into the hole. Into the hole. Yeah, so, and you can kind of see, like, even though they're from two totally different lines, you can kind of see that they come from the same planet. The placing of the white here, the way that the black kind of wraps around each car mode, and, you know, obviously the wheels. And, you know what, Ransak, you're going into trike mode because you're a lot more stable in that. There. Not as fast, but pretty damn stable. Yeah, I love this so much, and I would love it if we got a crumple zone at some point out of a different mold, or if I could find like an old crumple zone, because I would love to get a crumple zone and just have these guys together, because they were like my favorite character. Like, aside from Override being my favorite Autobot, my favorite Decepticons from that show had to be Ransak and Crumple Zone. Because, like, and you can't, like, just say one out of the two of them is my favorite. No, it has to be both. These two were a dichotomy. They were constantly going back and forth with each other. They were always seen together, and they were always talking with each other. So I would love to have like a crumple zone for this guy just to hang out with. And another funny thing, in the anime, apparently he comes from the Tri-Cup area or something like that. Something so that they can basically say he comes from a TSA. He can come from the tri-state area, so they gave the character a faux Brooklyn accent. And I think they gave Crumple Zone maybe an accent from the Bronx, maybe. I'm not quite sure how the accents in New York kind of work out, or like in that tri-state area kind of work out. But I know they gave this guy a faux Brooklyn accent, and they also gave Crumple Zone a very similar but just slightly off accent. But yeah, honestly, I would love to, I would so love it if I could get like a Crumple Zone as well, just to have on my shelf so that these guys can, so I can just have the dichotomy between these two. Cause like, these guys were awesome. When I was a kid, they were my favorite part of the show. And just rewatching it now, they are still my favorite part because of how stupid they can be. But yeah, so that is it for today's review. I cannot believe I'm going nearly 20 minutes on a scout class. That's crazy. Makes you wonder how much time, how long it would take to review one of these guys. Probably about a couple of seconds. But again, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.